Foreign Minister Penny Wong is speaking.
China helped expand strategic and economic options just as it had for Nixon and Kissinger. We should take pride in Gough's courage and judgment, but we need not be overly sentimental about his motives, and we need to look at his engagement in its full context. This has been noted by no less than Stephen Fitzgerald, Gough's advisor on the 1971 trip and Australia's first ambassador to Beijing. He observed that Gough did not approach China in isolation, but as part of a broad foreign policy idea that Australia needed a relationship with Asia based on acceptance of it as our enduring international neighbourhood. China is part of Asia, but it is not all of Asia. And it is often lost that on the same trip as he visited China in 1971, Gough also visited Japan and Philippines. And we should understand how his broader engagement still matters and still benefits us today. Philippines was a founding member of the then recently formed Association of Southeast Asian Nations. ASEAN is the body that holds the centre of the region. And Gough ensured that Australia was the first non-member to establish formal relations with ASEAN. This engagement soon paved the way towards an annual ASEAN-Australia Foreign Ministers meeting, in which I had the privilege of participating in August. And it has eventually led to a comprehensive strategic partnership between ASEAN and Australia. ASEAN is central to managing today's challenges in our region, with our region ever more intensely the locus of geostrategic competition. We need to do all we can to shape a region that is stable, prosperous, and respectful of sovereignty. And we know this: if competition were to escalate into conflict in the Indo-Pacific, it would likely be catastrophic for our people and for our prosperity. And while countries in the region do not want to submit to a hegemonic power, they have also been clear that they do not seek to pick sides in a geostrategic contest, and insisting they do only risks re-enlivening colonial resentments to our detriment. Instead, my focus is building alignment to help shape outcomes in ways that support our collective interest. And our collective interest is that we will always be better off in a world where the rules are clear, mutually negotiated and consistently followed. This truism has been starkly illustrated by Russia's illegal and immoral invasion of Ukraine. It has caused unspeakable human suffering, including death, injury, destruction, and sexual violence as a weapon of war. There has been overwhelming international condemnation of Russia's behaviour, but more pressure needs to be applied. It is especially important for countries that play leading roles in international fora and countries with influence on Russia to exert their influence to end this war. And the world looks to China, a great power, a permanent member of the UN Security Council with a no-limits partnership with Russia.